What's the right tire pressure when you are downhilling? That's not even a discussion we've heard among cyclists. Hi everyone, so we are meeting today to discuss climbing and descending. Now you know why we're doing this, right? We're excited with the 4XR coming up. A lot of cyclists are now really considering the uphill challenge. Whenever we talk about uphill, there is also downhill, so you have to really understand. Other one is, whenever we say it's a climb, generally most people, including cyclists, are already out. They say, oh my god, ayo, big issue, I have to climb. So this is a bit of a stigma you are worried. So we need to take that also out. That's some discussion we should have. And importantly, talk about some of the tips and tricks when it comes to climbing and descending. And number one priority being safety. So I'm wearing a helmet, also tell whatever you do, cycling is a lovely thing to do. You can enjoy it, but safety becomes a priority. So very simple. So think about a flat road. You don't have a gravity issue. So whatever the energy that you generate, it will directly get the bike to have the momentum to go. And when the bike gets momentum, the bike keeps moving forward. And also if there's a bit of a downhill, you get the gravitational force to take you. So whenever the uphill, that's when you have to understand the cycling mechanism, dynamics are different. But there's no big difference to the fact that if you are riding at 15 kilometers, only thing is this might go down to 7 kilometers. Because the power that you are generating is the same. Because we get frustrated that, oh my god, I got slow. But that's life, because there's gravity. And also to understand, you don't get the same wind on you because your speed has reduced. If there's a bit of sun, it's going to be on top of your head. So those are the things you have to understand, and the moment you understand that, you start enjoying. Now the beauty is, higher you go, the weather becomes cooler and wind becomes better. Breathing becomes better, you have better quality air, unlike when you're on the ground with all the traffic. So it's a lovely thing to do. So you have to understand how that works. And then of course when you're on the top, that's when you are happy. And then most of the risk is when you're downhill. That's where the accident could happen. Very rarely on uphill, you will have an accident. Because the cars are slow, you are slow. Anything happens, you have enough reaction time. So anyway, let's talk about it. So let me get on the bike. Before you get on the bike, you have to ask for climbing and descending. Is your bike ready? So when you say your bike is ready, you have to be really confident that your wheels are in order and your tires are in order. What you don't want is slippery tires because it's worn off, or you have the wrong amount of air. Because especially on the downhill, there's a lot of cornering happening. So you have to ensure your tires are of best quality and the grip is on track. So this is very important to check your bike, and also ensure the brakes are in perfect order, because your brakes are your best friend. It's your number one feature, not the carbon frame, not anything else. So I have a question which you might want to answer. What's the right tire pressure when you are downhilling? That's not even a discussion we've heard among cyclists. What's the right tire pressure? Also we know, wider the tire, safer it is when you're downhilling, because when you're cornering, your bike will lean, and if there's more tire for you, obviously there's more grip. But of course, wider the tire, you might not enjoy. You've seen motorcycle races, right? You see the big tires that helps the motorbike cyclists to go and corner with their knee hitting the ground. So we are not going to do that in cycling. But obviously the wider the better, slimmer, it gets a bit efficient. So what's that right middle path and what's the right tire pressure? So let's discuss. You can put a comment on this and we'll talk about that further. Apart from that, any bike can do this, a mountain bike, a road bike. Of course, gears matter, so I'm not going to talk about that, you already know that. So, now very important when you're climbing to understand, you have to ensure your power, you're optimizing your power.
So when you're climbing, very important to make the most out of your power. If you waste any power, you don't get any bonus. Because on the flat road, even if you badly pedal, the bike will move. On the downhill, even if you take a tennis ball, it will move. Uphill, nothing moves unless you put the energy. So any wasted energy is a waste of your effort. So that's why your pedaling efficiency really matters. So we all know on a steep climb, you will use the small chain ring in the front and you will spin. Because more you spin, that is physics, it's easy on your legs and the bike will start going up and it will have lesser pressure on your muscle system. So we say spin to win. Generally, unlike the flat road, when you are on a climb, your legs will spin lesser. So anything between 60 to 80, whatever you are comfortable. Whole idea is not to grind up a hill, but to very steadily spin your legs. Now, there's this thinking that it's very important to pull. Now, this is something you have to really think about carefully. The largest part of your power on the bike comes from the push part. So first get that right. Be stable on the bike and get the push part right. That is from 1 o'clock to about 3 o'clock. That means this muscle, we always talk about this butt muscle here. Glute muscle has to be used effectively. Then when you come to the bottom, that's when the pull or this again a scraping part, right? Don't worry too much about it. Trying to do that, you might lose the other leg's push part. Naturally, a good pedal position and a good pedal motion is going to help. But a gradual pull, if you are used to it, it will help you. But the whole idea is to have a good pedal motion. But don't lose the push part because you need all the power for the bike to go up. So that is number one on the power side. And then on how you stay on the bike, on an uphill, you would generally stay on the hooks or on the bars and have your lungs open. So you have enough oxygen. You need to breathe. Because you need the cardiovascular system to give you all the energy. So that's very important. So anyway, those are some of the little tips. Get your pedaling position right. And importantly, this is a little trick. When you get used to it, you will start a bit of pull. As high you go, to get a bit more power, you pull up a bit on the bars. So that try this when you're doing it on the practical session. When you pull up, it helps you to get your body and the core to give more power to the bike. Rather than if you just do this, it's only the legs that are powering you. But if you slightly pull on the hoods, not pull like this, a slight pull, it helps you to engage this core. So now you are not only using your leg, you are also using your core to move the bike forward. Just imagine while you are pulling, you are pedaling, just see, so not to overdo it, but slowly engage it and you get an extra energy moving into the bike because of that. So these are little tips and tricks for you to try. So that's a bit on the pedaling side and how you hold the bike on the uphill. Generally you will be on the hooks or you will be here. Uphill you rarely be here because you don't have to. There are very rare aerodynamic benefits on uphill. So here you are looking forward. Can't go wrong. If it's difficult, get down and walk. Take a break. Enjoy this. Otherwise it's not about going and climbing every climb because every one of us, whoever our professional top end, no one can climb a coconut tree. So everybody will be stuck at a point. So only thing after 2-3 minutes of walking, you will still get a little downhill, so you can enjoy. So that's just a little part about that. So with regard to the downhill part, that's where the risks can happen. So one more thing on climbing, there's always a question about should I stand and climb or sit and climb? What is it? So the key is try to sit, because if you are sitting, the upper body weight all is on the seat and your heart rate will be a lot more stable. So it's a good thing to sit and climb. But if you feel that you want to relax your muscles, use a different set of muscles, you can always stand. The moment you stand, your power will go up, but also remember your heart rate will also go up. Especially in very steep parts, just standing a little bit and pushing and then sitting down, relaxing. It's like meditation. Put your head down and just enjoy what's going in your mind, your body, your breathing, your heart rate. Start listening to your body, and you'll really get into a mode of meditation. Because you know how your body is now working, you can see how your legs are moving, and you will start enjoying this beauty of how to climb. And then comes the thrill of downhill. Thrills can also have spills. So that's what we're really concerned about. Any questions? Anything you want to ask on the climbing side? Are you okay? So far good, right? Based on the gears, you have to learn to use the gears at the right time. Middle of the climb, trying to change the front gear is a bad idea. Lot of energy loss, chain jumps can happen. So always good to get the front sorted out first. General recommendation, if it's a good hill, get into the smaller ring. That you can do a lot of things. So practicing how the gearing works is also very helpful. So those are some of the key tips. If you summarize it, we talked about to check your bike, brakes, tires, quality of the brakes, quality of the tire, size of the tire, width, as well as the tire pressure. What's the right tire pressure? One more thing, if it's a wet day, that's when you have to be extremely careful, and we're doing this in your area. You might even reduce the pressure a little bit more to get an extra grip. But if you over reduce the pressure, you have to understand tire walls can collapse. So you have to find the right balance, which obviously we will also help you. So at the same time, we spoke about how to pedal, keep your mind stable, heart rate stabilize, and that's it. Try to spoke about just sit and stand and ride. So downhill discussion actually when we look on the road, so that you really understand the practicality of it. So what happens on a downhill? If the downhill is straightforward like this, life is easy. If no dogs will jump, life is easy. No buses are going to come, life is easy. But the truth is, downhills will be with bends. And that means you will have to learn this skill called cornering. How to corner. So if you watch any race, car races, motorbike races, you know this subject, if there's a bend, you will have to corner. If you corner wrong, you are taking a big risk. Especially if there's a bus coming on this side and you are coming and you can't control speed, you can go this way or you can go here. So first is safety, because on 4XR, you are not required to worry about the downhill speed because we only count the uphill speed for the race and the event. So you don't have to worry about going down fast, you can actually enjoy it. So we all know there's a thing called the apex, the best place, the shortest that you would try to take the corner. But to get to that, you have to understand if you come from here, you can't do that. So on a bike, we try to go wide and then take this corner. So it's about judging the corner and getting the right cornering circle line so that you're safely out of this bend. So too much speed, you can slip. Unnecessary braking, you can slip. So that's what you have to worry about. So simple, it's super fun to do this, right? But let's take the first step, speed. So generally you do not brake in the corner. That's like a general point. So your braking has to happen prior. So you manage the speed. No braking here, braking happens here. If it's wet, brake here. So you have even more time to adjust the speed of the bike. That's the key. Few more tips, obviously. We say in a corner, look at where you are going and looking at the road, so that your bike will follow what you are looking at. So look where you want to come out. So if you know you are coming out here, have a view here. You don't corner looking down at the road. You look where you are going. So braking, looking where you are going, and importantly, where is your pedal. So if you are cornering to, let's say, the left side, you can't have your pedal like this. So that means you have a chance of clipping on the road. So always you're cornering inside pedal up. So these are the things we'll watch when we do a practical run. Leg up. So always do these switchbacks. Your leg is moving into the right position. All you need is just a little click on the road because there was a bump, and then you will have unnecessary accident. So in every one of these bends, there are few things to watch out for. Any guesses? Sand. So you can see there is sand. You can see there is water. And also uneven carpet. Just imagine the bike is bending, leaning, if there's uneven carpet around. So you have to have your eyes 100% focused on the road. It's fun because this is full concentration. Climbing, you can actually close your eyes and open your still climbing. Climbing, you can fall asleep, don't do that. Climbing, you can take a break. You can do things. You can drink water. Downhill, there is no room for that. So you are learning to concentrate 100%. You can't have phone conversations. You can't have other problems in your head. You have to be fully focused. So it's like therapy. It's 100% meditation to do that. So watch out for the water. Watch out for sand. Watch out for broken road. So if you take even a Rodel, it's a beautiful car. Round board, a perfect car, but suddenly there will be a little uneven carpet. And that's enough for you to lose your control. So I'm not scaring you, but take precautions. So that's why when you're climbing, both palms on the handlebar. Generally we keep it loose, but keep a decent grip on it so that you are anytime ready to brake. Actually on a climb, we'll show you in the practical, we recommend you to hold your handlebar on the drops. So even in a little jolting, your hand won't go. You have a good grip of the bike. And also when you're lower, your center of gravity is low. So it gives you more stability. So I think we spoke about some of the key things to take note of when you're downhilling. Number one is understand and judge your corner. What type of corner is this? What's the angle? Understand the apex. Understand how you have to take this cornering circle. So of course, going out and coming in helps you to get the best. But remember, vehicles are also coming in Sri Lankan roads. Important thing, don't rush. Slow down early, 10, 20, 30 meters, and then let the bike take you. So actually, we don't turn the bike on a cornering, we lean the bike. And you lean with the bike. So when you're leaning with the bike, remember, your inner leg is up, outer leg is down, which means all your body weight on the outer leg. When the body weight is on the outer leg, you are able to lean the bike better. Because the weight on the outside, bike leaning to the inside. Outer leg, body weight on the outer leg. So it stops you from slipping. It stops you from slipping. So some of the things that we discussed was braking, watching where you're going, then looking down on the road, where your leg position is, and importantly, understand the road surface. So this is like you're studying, like in those movies, right? You're studying the road with X-ray vision. What's the road surface? You can see all of that, but trying to study that, don't look down. Quickly assess it and look forward where you're down. So, not a skill. Something you're going to learn through this ride. You have enough time. There are 5 climbs, and you can take your time and nicely figure these out because downhill, as I told you, is not going to have a time restriction on, right? And so you can enjoy, not take any risk. So, a little update on FOXR on our climbing and downhilling. And if you have any questions, you can put it down. We have another session. Most people might end up coming on the last week for a session which is practical. And let's have some fun. After all, it's Borrelia. After all, it's a super time to be in the uphills and enjoy a great time in the worlds kind of coexist.